Hello from the Cosmo toilet. I got my bag up there. It's 1:30 Friday night, Saturday morning, the 5th of April. Come through the high limit room. There were 2 cookies left, and I've come into the toilet for some mouthwash, and there was a full bottle and there's a half bottle. Who uses half a bottle of mouthwash and leaves it there? Someone else is doing it. Oh my God. My bottom just got flushed. That hasn't happened for a while. As I was saying, who uses half a bottle of mouthwash and leaves it? You've swigged out of that bottle. No one else is going to touch it. Put it in the bin. Anyway, the strip generally is pretty quiet, but Cosmo is very busy with pretty young things and very loud, boomy music. So I shall be moving on shortly. Oh, I did my $100 free play from my room booking and ended up with 74 in real money. So hey, not spectacular, but $74 of cash that I didn't have. So I'm very happy with that. Right, have a quick gamble in here, but I think the young people and the noise will be too much for an old geek like me, and I'll have to leave. I'll be back later. Bam! So what did you do at 1:45 on a Saturday morning? Well, I went for a walk. I stole some cookies from a high limit room. I got a bottle of champagne with a lid on that I can put in my bag. Yeah, that's another one of my top tips. Where if you get little bottles of champagne from casinos, often they give them to you without lids. So if you get one, keep it in your bag, bring it with you every trip, because then when you leave the casino, you can put it in your bag and take it with you. Anyway, breakfast at 1:45, I'm shouting because the music in Cosmo is super loud. Breakfast at 1:45 on a Saturday morning, 1 bottle of champagne, 2 cookies from the Cosmo high limit room, and a White Russian. Hee. It's a good start to Saturday. So here we are on our Friday night, Saturday morning stroll down the strip. I call it a stroll from Luxor down to Fontainebleau, and I will continue to call it Fontainebleau. I know most people would find that a lot more than a stroll. Anyway, as I take these journeys and I get to this point in time, which is about 2 a.m, and I see the young people who are finished for the night because they've been out in their fancy clothes and drowned in aftershave and perfume, I have an observation to make, and I think it might be helpful to people. It's all very well if you want to get dolled up in a nice frock and a pair of high-heeled shoes, but let me tell you, Vegas, if you're then travelling around, is not the place for that. There's a lot of walking involved. Yeah, I know, if you got out for the night and you want to apparently put a nice dress on and some nice shoes and jewellery, apparently that's what girls do. Well, not just girls, boys as well maybe. But you have to think about the practicalities. I'm watching women walking around fiddling with the hems of their skirts because they're riding up and everyone can see their knickers, and walking along with their shoes in their hands, hobbling. So please be aware, if you come to Vegas and you intend to travel around from casino to casino, you may not appreciate the distances involved, because some of them are quite long. For example, I walked the other night when I came back from the Sphere. You didn't see my other vlog, why not? The Sphere back to Luxor, and depending on the amount of people around, when it was quiet it was 45 minutes, and when it was busy nearly an hour and a half. So you're talking sort of 3 miles. So think about what you're wearing when you go out. Trainers are the thing in Vegas. Find some pretty ones with sparkly rhinestones if you want to do that sort of thing. But really, there's too many people walking around hobbling or carrying their shoes. So prepare for Vegas in the right way. Okay, I'm off to Venetian. And again, not for the first time in this vlog, I'm looking at the strip at just turned 2 a.m. on a Friday night. Look at it. I think I saw an episode of, I think it was Miles to Memories podcast, and they said Vegas numbers were down. Boy, are they down. I mean, there's pockets, you know, I think Cosmo was banging loud and packed, and there's a couple of places where people are, but I am not used to this. I don't usually come down this end of the strip until about 4 in the morning, but there's just no one around. Anyway, Danielle and Michael were going to join me on this, but they were out shopping all day and were exhausted and fell asleep. Michael has since woken up and caught the bus and is apparently going down to Venetian, so we will do that. We will raid the high limit room there and at Palazzo, and then we'll go and check out Fontainebleau and their high limit room and see if anything's changed there, because last few times there's been nothing. And then gradually amble our way back and go to the Bellagio Conservatory around 4 in the morning when there's nobody around, although there's probably nobody around right now. It's 3:30 in the morning on Saturday. There's someone screaming in the background. I think he's just hit something big, but I've just come back and got my revenge on the Count. I got my money back from what he stole from me the other day. So thank you, Count. And yeah, 3:30 on Saturday morning. What have I got? Half of my cookie from Cosmo. I've got my lovely sweet popcorn that comes from the high limit room. I've got my lovely hand lotion, white tea and rose, that comes from the high limit room toilet, and a White Russian. Lovely stuff. That's how you start your Saturday, isn't it? Cheers, Count. Oh, Palazzo high limit room. Jelly beans, savoury snacks, toffee popcorn and cookies. So here we go, Bellagio Conservatory. I will be brief because everyone's probably already shown it. It's very pretty. A giant beehive in the middle. And then, oh, look at the caterpillar. What's this? He's got snot coming out of his nose or something. It's not very nice. It's down here. I'm very confused because all the pictures people have been putting up have shown a giant phallic flower that quite literally looks like a giant penis. But I think word's got back to them and they've removed it, because I'm not seeing it anywhere. So if anyone knows where it was, I didn't spot it. Oh look, there's a Danielle! You make it all so much better. So here I am wandering around I've seen pictures of a giant penis in the conservatory, and I'm just realising we're just past the date of April the 1st, aren't we? What a muppet. It was an April Fool's joke. That's just gorgeous though. There we go, it's a very different view of the Bellagio Conservatory. I watched a while back Jacob's Life in Vegas, and he said if you want to look at it without the crowds, go through the door into the spa, take the elevator up 1 floor, and you can just stand up here on this balcony and look at it. And I figured it might be closed because it's 4 in the morning, but no, the door's still open, the lifts still work. There you go, different perspective on the Bellagio Conservatory. Oh, gambling's just finished. I was going to say for the evening, but let's be honest, for the morning. Hopefully I put the bonus in just now. It's a little bit long, but I haven't actually had any decent bonuses on anything, so I was quite excited. And we had that Pinata game at Luxor and it's gone. Anyway, the sun is coming up. It's about 6:15 on Saturday morning. Beautiful, beautiful time of day. Into the castle. Dining at Luxor. Marvellous, marvellous. I just thought, what do I fancy? I had some dining credit, about $50 left. So I went down to Public House, and I thought, I know, I'll get a half rack of ribs. And it was $42.47. And I thought, I guess it seems a bit expensive, I don't know. Anyway, I collect the box, and I'm thinking, that's flipping heavy. Just give me a carrier bag. Brought it upstairs. I've got this box. look at those ribs. Huge. And I thought, why is she giving me another box? So then I opened the other box. I got corn muffin, chips and coleslaw. So all of that for $42. Now that is not bad, but it's going to go cold, so I'm going to tuck in. So goodbye. Ah, the glamorous lifestyle I indulge in when I'm in Vegas. Get a lovely room, go and have a shower and stamp all over your clothes and hang them on a rail by the window. Yes, my underwear and everything's hanging over there. Anyway, taking a break from gambling, that's what you do, a bit of washing. And then you think, right, I've got those ribs I bought. And I put them in the fridge and haven't really got round to them yet. I know what I'll do. I'll strip them off the bone and see just how much meat there is. Maybe it's all bone. Well, that is the bone from the $42 box of ribs I got the other day with the chips and the corn muffin and the coleslaw. And that is the amount of meat that came off it. Look at that meat. Oh, my God. Here we are out on a Saturday night in Las Vegas. Yep, interesting evening. Decided to jump on the monorail from MGM. $6 for a single trip. Although if you scan an app and pay on a card, it's $5.50. Came all the way down to Sahara. Went to Sahara, which was lovely. Absolutely evil White Russians in Sahara, on a par with the strength of Cosmo, I have to say. I'm down here with Michael, and he's signed up as a new member at Sahara, and once he got 50 points, which didn't take much, got $5 slot play, and I will be right back. My deepest apologies, viewers. I was in the middle of talking to you and I suddenly spotted a cocktail waitress and therefore had to run across the room to secure a White Russian. Anyway, as you will see at the moment, we are in Circus Circus. So we've gone from Sahara, walked up to Fontainebleau, where we had to get new cards because they'd expired. Oh yeah, and at Sahara, when I joined up, I tier matched to my MGM. But as that time has now passed and I haven't maintained my points, I was told in no uncertain terms, I have been demoted. And then I go to Fontainebleau, where I tier matched, and found out I'd been demoted. So basically cast out by the both. Didn't stay very long at Fontainebleau, didn't get a drink, but the High Limit Lavatory was very lovely. There is hand lotion, there is mouthwash, some of which may still be in the toilet, some of which may be in my bag. And yeah, from there we've wandered over to Circus Circus, signed up for player cards, but there's no promotions or free play or anything. However, pretty quickly a cocktail waitress has come, so we shall grab our second White Russian, and then I think we shall head over towards Wynn. We're sort of jumping between sort of, the loveliness of Fontainebleau, Circus Circus, ooh, the loveliness of Wynn, and then maybe we'll cross back over and do lots of fun. But you know, variety is the spice of life. Oh, the one thing I will say about Circus Circus that I'm super happy about, I have found an absolute ton of older machines. So we're sitting there playing in this corner 25-cent, 3 reel, just regular games. So everything I searched for in downtown was in Circus Circus all along. And Sahara still has quite a few old school games as well. So nobody ever needed to go downtown, they just needed to go to Sahara and Circus Circus. Isn't that right, Michael?
That is perfectly right. Yeah.
Yes, there we are. Right, we will update you later as to where the hell we end up, because nobody really knows. Okay, here's an update. You can tell where we are by the carpet, the very famous Lots of Fun carpet. Although I have a question for everyone in the comments. As far as I remember, it was always called Slots of Fun, as in of, but now it's called Slots A Fun. Well, why is it A? Anyway, we are playing some 25-cent double diamond, and there is a, how can I put it, a very interesting karaoke session going on, so we probably won't be staying here for very long. Don't mean to be rude, but Strangled Cat comes to mind. Okay, so here we are at Slots of Fun. Yes, I know in the top corner there's a mark. It's just that my phone case is falling to pieces, so I apologise about that. Anyway, I'd virtually run out of money and I got it back to $4.75. I'm going to put it all back in because I like playing these old school slots because I feel like I'm in the 1980s. But in the meantime, I just want to press the button and cash out because I want to hear the noise of the coins chinking. Oh, and in the meantime, Michael told me that when he cashed his out, what happens is you take it up to this chap and he tips out your bucket of coins and counts them out into little stacks of 4 and then gives you the notes. This is a charming place from a bygone era. But let's hear the ching 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 of the coins. Oh, suddenly I'm 21 again. Yeah, in your dreams. Some delightful karaoke for you. Oh God. From U2 at the Sphere to Slots of Fun, this is the variety and joy of Las Vegas. Shockingly, we've also discovered that Slots of Fun does have a cocktail service, but having seen the cocktail waitress, we've decided we don't want one because we're not quite sure how many months it would take for her to stagger her way around the room and back again, and I'm not sure I'd want to drink anything that was made in here anyway. But we do love it in here, it's great. Oh wow, I don't think this does it justice. There's these 2 peacocks at the entrance of the Encore High Limit area. They're absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, we were going to go in there and look for a toilet, but it seems to be high limit tables, not slots. So I don't know if we've missed it or they're somewhere else. Oh, they seem to have like a couple of slots. We might venture in there in a minute. Anyway, we've headed over from Slots of Fun. There was a scary moment. We walked past Resorts World, so I'm a bit out of breath. We've successfully had no people to deal with. It's been nice and quiet, and Saturday night usually is obviously bonkers, which is why we've come down here for the peace. We walked past Resorts World and all of a sudden about 100 people, it's not exaggerating, about 100 people all emerged, squawky and loud. So we started walking really quickly to get past them, got to the crossing, and we thought they were going one way, so we went the other, and then they followed us, and then we thought, well, if we scoot into Encore rather than walking up to Wynn, they definitely won't be coming this way, and they were following us. Michael said it's like we were Rick and Michonne and there was a zombie horde trying to get us. So we've escaped now to the sanctuary of Encore, and yeah, then we'll go through to Wynn, check out their high limit room and lavatories, because I don't remember seeing a lavatory in the Wynn high limit room, but we'll find out. And yeah, our journey up the strip on a Saturday night / Sunday morning continues. Oh, there is going to be a separate video coming of high limit room lavatories in Las Vegas, but I just thought I'd stick a quick clip in here. I've been trying to get a video, but the cleaning woman kept hanging around. So yeah, anyway, very nice. This is the Encore lavatories in the high limit area. Isn't it lush? They even fold, let me see if she's just done it, they fold the toilet paper, yeah, into a point. How fancy is that? Hello everybody, look who this is.
It's me.
Who's him? Who's him?
Yet another Brit in Vegas.
Hey.
I've met one of the legends here, is Kathy. We've just been shooting some shit and having a couple of beers here in Luxor.
Exactly, yeah, in Luxor, my home. And we're trying to work out something for the future, that we will do some joint challenge together.
We're in negotiations, yeah.
We're in channel negotiations. So you should subscribe to his channel. Tell him again, what's your channel?
Yet another Brit in Vegas.
Perfect. And everybody knows Off We Go with Kathy Grant, obviously. So yeah, stay tuned to both channels because there will be a challenge coming soon. What it will be, we don't know yet.
We might know in about 10 minutes.
We might.
Might even be tonight.
We might
even be tonight.
Could be. Never know. See you soon. So here we are, last night in Vegas, Sunday night, Monday morning, must be about coming up on 1 o'clock on Monday morning, and the lovely Crystal, the star of Luxor, has made sure that we're well equipped because we're going across to Excalibur, and I don't know what the drink service is like. So yeah, we've got the Virgin cocktail for Danielle. Me and Michael have 2 little bottles of champagne each that we will be swigging for the rest of the evening. Right, this is the last night of my current trip to Vegas, and these are my dear, dear friends, Danielle and Michael, who have joined me at Luxor, and we've had an absolute blast, and I don't want to leave them here, but I have to. So, before I go, as I did in another vlog, I asked my brother various questions as a Vegas virgin. Danielle and Michael, this is their second trip, so again, I'm interested to hear their thoughts on certain things. So guys, are you ready for your questions?
Yes.
Splendid. Question number 1. By the way, we have been drinking all night and gambling, and I do keep picking up, you see that bottle of champagne, I do keep picking it up and trying to work out why no liquid's coming out. It's because I've got the lid on. So bear with us. Anything that you recommend people do if they're not gambling?
Well, we went, we got a bus pass. We went to Henderson. We did. We had a good time out there. We went down the road to the big shopping mall. There's 2 shopping malls down.
Walmart and Dollar Tree. The
Yeah.
price, and they have so much more than the UK and Ireland.
Yeah?
Yeah. Empty your suitcase and stock up if you're a crafter or anything. Dollar Tree, they have everything there for like
Golf gear, like $16 for this, for €70 back home. You know?
No.
Yeah.
That much cheaper?
Oh yeah. I got 4 golf things that would cost me like over 300 for them all.
Bloody hell.
It would cost me less than 100.
Jesus. Alright, so a bit of shopping.
shopping and
Oh, yeah.
seats
Shopping.
place.
Alright. Although dragging the shopping bags back on the bus with the amount that you lot buy, it's not easy. Right, was your gambling successful this trip? Oh please, can you enlighten us on what's just happened before we filmed this?
Yeah, so what was my first win? I can't remember, but today Heidi, I was looking for Heidi and I was listening to her theme song at home going, I have to play once more, and I won 300 and odd, wasn't it?
Because Kat got off the machine and you got on straight
Kat
after
was
her
like,
and
do you
won.
want to play?
Yeah,
And she went off
I'll
and-
go. You have this machine,
Yeah, you do
Danielle,
have my
you
It
know.
was close
Yeah.
to 400 you won.
Yeah, it was nearer to 400.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
180 each it was.
Yeah.
And Michael, you're gambling?
My gambling's been up and down.
Yeah.
Mainly down.
Yeah.
I think I've broken even.
Michael has just won $2,459.25 on his second ever trip to Vegas at New York at about 4 o'clock in the morning. I have no word. Michael, congratulations, mate. Holy crap. I don't even know what happens now. Someone will have to come and do a lot of paperwork, I think. Wow. I leave in a few hours. What a thing to witness before I go. Crapping hell. Downtown. We took a trip downtown. Lisa said about that. I've made my comments in a previous vlog, but it was your first ever trip downtown. So what were your thoughts on downtown?
I loved the station.
The station, yeah, it was gorgeous.
Main Street Station.
Yeah, I loved
Yeah.
that. Now,
Yeah.
I've seen that in a few vlogs and I was like, oh, I loved it. So that was nice.
The whole
After
thing with the
that-
plaza, like the bingo, and then you go up and they're charging 40 quid.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell, you give you 3 passes, you have to pay 40 quid.
Yeah.
Circuit, the whole ID thing, like, what the hell? Like, you're walking in the door, they ask for ID. Then there was, what one, Golden Gate, was it? Where yourself was being harassed.
Yeah.
And we tried to
Like,
chase
I
them.
was waiting. I ordered a drink, and
Don't
15
mess with
minutes
me.
later, it hadn't come back. So I just left.
Yeah.
So that big disappointment. That was a disappointment.
Yeah.
But Main Street Station, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time in there.
In a nutshell, can we say it was a shithole?
You can, if that's
But
your
you have to be
opinion.
positive, because Cat has already lost
But,
people. Because
yeah,
of that.
Oh, sorry, it was a nice shithole.
A nice shithole. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to think I've influenced your
Yeah.
opinion with my negativity.
No, it's
Because I
But we love
Yeah.
Main Street Station. None of us are going to argue.
No.
Main Street
No.
Station is a beautiful
my first time
property.
there, it wasn't all it was hyped up to be.
No. And
Okay.
like the Rat Pack, all they have to show is a few pictures. You can look at them online or wherever. So there was nothing special. We looked around. I tried to look around. I could not see that from yesterday. It was all modern lights, noise.
No old
Yeah.
games.
No.
Everyone was saying, I go downtown, it's old Vegas. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's gone.
It's not there, is it?
Like the
wasn't for us.
Tropicana, it's gone.
Yeah. Oh no,
No,
shit,
the
no.
Tropicana.
Right, we're going to have one last question before Danielle starts crying about the fact that Tropicana's gone, because she's very upset about this. Very last question then. The 5 minutes that we planned is now 11 and a half.
Oh, shit.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, I know. We just talk too much. Sorry, people.
That's what we're friends.
Very last question, my dear friends. Will you be coming back to Las Vegas?
Oh yeah.
I think we already booked Christmas, didn't we? I'd be here sooner, but yeah, I have to go home to my puppies.
And your children?
Oh yes, and the teenagers who had a party in my house tonight, and I rang at 1:30. They're all asleep, so I'm embarrassed for them.
That's not good, is it? Because
That's
now, what is it? We're sitting in the park and it's 3:30 in the morning and we're not even close to going to bed, let's be honest.
No.
Right, so you will be coming back, your Christmas trip's
Yes.
planned.
Oh yes.
Fantastic. We will all hook up again at Christmas. Right, I hope that everybody enjoyed hearing somebody else's opinion rather than me just blathering on all the time. Thank you very much, Danielle. Thank you very much, Michael. It's been a brilliant trip and you've been fabulous company, and I'm looking forward to having you back here at Christmas. Say good night to everyone.
Bye
night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Long.
Oh, one last time feeding my pigeons. See you all on the next trip, guys. Okay then, this is it. Time to go. The room's all packed up. Just had a quick shower. Luckily got a late checkout, so I freshened up. Yeah, if I've put this video together right, which is questionable, I possibly haven't. I was doing a kind of interview with Danielle and Michael, who've been with me this trip, and I've cut it in half for a particular reason, and straight after this, if I edit this right, you'll see the reason why. So I won't say anything else. If I mess it up, then I'm sure you'll find out through social media what happened. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you to them for being here for this last week or so. Danielle and Michael, you've been fabulous to hang out with. Denise, as always, wonderful to see my sissy Denise. Just came to say goodbye again this morning. Fabulous to meet up with my brother, my own brother in Las Vegas, Steve and Ali. If you saw the other videos, I was asking Steve his opinion on Vegas, which is what I'm doing in this video with Danielle and Michael, because it's only their second trip. Brilliant hanging out with Brian and the boys at the Garage Boys show. And Brian will be appearing on my other channel, Reignite with Kathy Grant. I'm doing an interview with him at the end of April. It was a very different trip. I didn't go to the Strat for the first time in forever because the weather's been so windy and up and down, it was too risky. I visited the Virgin Hotel for the first time, which I was very impressed with, and they've got a very good tier match and rewards program going on at the moment. I went to downtown. Okay, yeah, that's it. And I saw a cat on the Strip, which I think in one of the other videos I was going on about this cat in the Strip that you saw in the video. I don't think I actually put the video in, but there is a cat on the Strip outside New York, that lives under a tree. And then on top of that, Obviously saw the Garage Boys show, and then went to see U2 twice, which wasn't planned, but I couldn't resist. So it's been a very different, very strange, very unusual trip, but absolutely brilliant. The weather was scorching before I got here. It's been really cold when I'm here. I'm now leaving, and the temperature's rising. So Stormy Peg is blowing out of town. Thank you all for watching. Thanks to everybody that I met up with. Oh, and yesterday I met up with Danny, yet another Brit in Vegas as well, who probably I've put a clip of that in here, but I don't know. I'm going home and I haven't really thought this through. Anyway, it's the end of the trip, and at this point I'll be back in December. So thank you all for watching. It's been a blast. As you can see, I'm thoroughly Vegas. I need to go home and sleep for a week. Take care. See you all soon.